what we got into going home. Ice and snow everywhere. And this is the way it looks when we got in front of our house. There was snow everywhere.
Now what we watching now?
Florida?
Oh, that's snow. That's not Florida.
This is in Bluffton now. We just got home.
Boy, that was a good old-fashioned snow, wasn't it?
Oh, there was snow everywhere. There was snow when we went. There was ice and snow everywhere. And an old truck jackknifed into the mountain, you know, and we had to wait and wait till they could get it back on the road. And
When they just lived down the street from you.
what? No, they moved to Fort Wayne when Karen was 3. Oh. Well, now, just a darn minute. This is New York with Aunt Ruby in July the 19th in 1960. It's July instead of August. Here we come.
Oh, yes. Oh, Mother, where are you going now?
I'm going to New York.
What year was that?
1960. Same year I went to Florida. Me and Aunt Ruby went to Florida. Yep. Yep, here she comes. She's not a very good traveling companion.
Wasn't she? Well, I wanted to see.
I never got so homesick in my life, Uncle Slim.
You went traveling with her and then you were kind of sorry, weren't you?
Well, as I said, she wasn't a very good traveling companion.
Was she very negative?
Oh, I don't know. She's just a strange person. But I wanted to go see Nelson and where he lived so bad.
Oh, I never saw it.
You never seen New York?
I never saw you do it. What are you going to do, New York?
Huh?
I didn't think you could get New York on here.
Yeah, we decided to do New York instead of the little, because this little Florida wouldn't fill it, and we've got enough on here, I think, maybe to just about do it. What's the matter with you, Dottie? You wanted to make me think I was going blind. I think I am just about.
The shades were dropping over.
Oh, yeah.
Did you roll a train?
Scott, I want to thank you for all your equipment and everything. Without you, this wouldn't have been possible, you know. Am I what, honey?
I think
This is the front of, yes. Oh, and that train was terrible. Well, the air conditioner was broken. It was so hot in there. And
Nelson's place?
yeah, this is Nelson's house. See, it's just straight up and down houses in New York. And there's two. An old sailor built the one that Nelson has, and then one for each one of his daughters on each side. Now, this is Broadway. These are the, oh, you ought to see the Kleenex sign.
You ever been to New York, Scott?
I was just out through town once on the way somewhere.
And it shows the old club
There's Kleenex sign.
whiskey, you know, is that what they call it? This is Kleenex. Oh, I haven't seen these for years.
You took these pictures?
Uh-huh. There she is. She walks a little Lulu walks across the Kleenex sign, see? And it tells you the news on there's the Paramount sign. Wait till you see that old club. There's Ben-Hur. See, it was playing at one of the local theaters. See Ben-Hur. And, oh, Nelson couldn't wait to show me New York and Broadway. And we went to see,
You had the room for all this things? Oh, really?
I think I've got room for about a half hour. So, yeah, you'll be close.
Canadian clubs, what I was trying to think of. That big sign that tells all the news and shows you going to Kings Island.
In Canada, Prince Edward Island.
Prince Edward's Island.
Look at the on the wall.
Uh-huh. See these, there's a guy in a racing, they have racing. There's Nova Scotia. It tells you that. Comes the bagpipes. Oh, fabulous signs all over New York. There's Canadian Club. And the Admiral Television. Is that television?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Nope, there's actually a movie here.
Oh, those signs were terrific. We went to see several Broadway shows. That's where I saw Bells Are Ringing with Judy Holliday, you know, and she died shortly after that. No, this is a thing. This is a parade thing they had. There were several of them. Oh, this is Washington Square. This is that big monument in Washington Square. There's Nelson. No, that's no, that isn't Nelson. But I always think it is, but it isn't. Yeah. And this is a fountain, a big fountain up there in the middle of that, and people's out in there waiting around. The waters are spraying and everything. And this is the Ark. This is that Ark again. And there's a compartment in there. You can get on the inside of that. And some old man lived in there for weeks before they found him, discovered him. He could get in there, get in and out. And he had, I don't know, there's Nelson. Ruby. Yeah. Oh, guys, I haven't seen him for years. Oh, this is St. Patrick's Cathedral. That's the most awe-inspiring place that you've ever been in. I walked in there, and oh, you wouldn't have talked out loud for anything in the world, you know. And we went inside and looked at it. It's fabulous. Look at all the, it's like old Spanish buildings, see? In the front. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And some lady came in there. She was, well, I don't think she was much of a lady. She was a hooker is what she was. She was just dressed and painted till she looked awful. But she wouldn't go in the church till she put her handkerchief over her head. Because you're always supposed to have. And this is a freedom land. There's the flags of all nations. This is when they had Freedom Land in New York, and they had all these big rides, you know, kind of like Disneyland, only this was something, but they couldn't maintain Freedom Land, or I don't think they did anyway, in New York because of the weather. There's old-fashioned things, you know. We got on an old boat or a stagecoach and was riding around in the stagecoach. We also went on this boat, see, just not. I think this one's just coming in, and then we got on the same boat, and it goes down.
With you all this time?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He really showed me the works. There comes an old train. That's an old timer. Look at that engine on there. But now we're getting ready to take off, and we pass Boot Hill. You'll see. Oh, I haven't seen him. That looks like a house that gets on fire, and they can call out the fire department. And I think maybe we come back to that later. That is, that's that old burned out building that they set on fire every day. And then they call out the old fire department with these pumps on the side, you know. This is the houses all along the wharf out there. There's another load of people waiting to get on the boat, see? No, maybe they're just getting off. There's the brewery. Went past Schaefer's Brewery. There's the little old guy. They had these little old men out there. He's making a barrel, you know, and sanding her down. And there's a guy driving the bong in. Now this is something along the way, and I don't remember what it is. Oh, there's the ore buckets. See, we rode in those up there on that wire. Oh, here's the Indian. See, he's going to attack us, shooting at us. And here's old Mrs. O'Leary and her cow that started the Chicago fire. That's a man dressed, but now this is a fire department they called out because that house is ablazing. See, they've got gas jets or something in there anyhow that burns. Looks like the building's on fire. And they call out they had all the crowd around there pumping the pumps. They got a very strong stream of water, I'd say. Looks like my garden. See, you got all the kids out there pumping that pump. You think that isn't an antique? Now they got power.
Never put that fire out, do they?
No, I don't. Well, they finally just turned the jets off, I suppose. I don't know whether it was gas or what, but I imagine that's what it was. They got the kids a pumping. Now here we are. Now I think this is Boot Hill coming up. And they just shoot at us and everything. Oh, this is the burial ground. There's an old wolf howling. And then I think Boot Hill's right over here. There's a deer. No, we're on a boat going by. There's an old moose. Now there's a boot upside down. And there, see it's them firing at us? See there?
Oh.
They're firing at us. There's another one.
Not really.
Oh, no, no. I wouldn't have been on there if they'd been firing for real. Oh, where's the boot? There's a guy, he fell off of the log and he's just rolling and a-rolling and a-rolling.
I hope he gets breath.
Is this Boot Hill? What is this? Is that a boot? Yeah, that's old Boot Hill.
Two boots on the ground.
The graveyard.
There's an old ghost town. See that horse? He's nothing but a skeleton standing out there. There's a guy hanging from the tree.
Oh, man.
It's gory. Look at that skeleton. That horse is nothing but a skeleton. This is in New York.
Right in the city.
There's a skeleton hanging there, see? No, no, no. We're going down this little river.
Amusement park.
Oh, who is this old guy?
Captain Jack.
I just think he's just a...
Captain Jack.
For...
Or Captain Jake, I don't know.
There goes the horse trail. They're riding horses up there.
Where's this at now?
This is in New York.
Oh.
There's the ore buckets, and Ruby and I are on those. See, I'm taking pictures from the ore bucket. There's Aunt Ruby's back. We go past the Indian reservation, see the teepees, and here comes the old stagecoach. We got held up when we rode the stagecoach.
You robbed it?
Yeah, took my purse.
Oh, really?
Yes, and then at the end of the line, we can of course got it back. We were almost at the end of the line anyway.
With a bunch of money in it, right?
No, just what I had in it. But it was kind of fun.
Go down Tombstone Junction down in Cumberland, Kentucky. Robbed the train to ride on.
Yeah.
Train robbers get on the big gun. Tend to hold up.
And this is, you remember, there he comes, that little red-headed kid that was in Music Man.
Where's that black hair?
Oh, no, he had real red hair. And he was a celebrity. He played in the stage show the part that Ronnie Howard played in the movie. Now, what was his name? Eddie Hodges. He was in the Music Man. And he got on that boat, and boy, everybody was just aghast, you know. We didn't know he was going to be on there. This is a fireboat. We're out in the St. Lawrence River now. We're going on this cruise. Oh no, the color just adds so much to it. This is the New York skyline. See that real sharp building in the middle there? Real sharp, that's the Chrysler building. And they said that is the parachutist's nightmare. You wouldn't want to land on that. That's what the guide on our tour said. This is Ellis Island, out there in the bay, in the Hudson Bay.
Where they send people.
And there's the lady, the great lady. That is inspiring. Oh, that's awe-inspiring. Oh, of course she's supposed to be copper, you know, and she's all green from the salt water.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. They redo.
Yeah, they redoed her. Okay, I got my tongue in the wrong place again.
That's neuter, isn't it?
Yeah. This is, oh, I thought that was the Queen. The Queen Elizabeth was anchored out there in the Hudson Bay, and they use it as a restaurant, see. Was it the Queen, yeah, Queen Elizabeth. This is the, no, this isn't the Brooklyn Bridge, it's the, it looks so much like the Brooklyn Bridge. Now that's the Brooklyn Bridge, I think. Oh my Lord, I haven't looked at these for so long, I've forgotten.
Definitely a bridge.
No. I don't know what they are. I don't know which one. One was the Brooklyn Bridge and one was the, oh no, that's in San Francisco. There's the UN building.
Looks like that big 2001
Yep.
thing.
Monolith.
That big thing that's standing in the middle.
Yes.
It's a monolith. That's where we're from.
This is another brewery. This is,
Something about Knickerbocker.
is it Knickerbocker? I can't read it.
Knickerbocker beer.
Yeah, that's Knickerbocker beer. I forget what this is.
We got a brewery down in Cincinnati. We sell quite a neat brewery. It's brand new, and they have a big.
Now we're on the Potomac River and we're going to George and Martha's house.
No,
Oh, this is a hell of a place to smoke. That guy says, leave your butts out here. This is a hell of a place to smoke.
What is it?
It was a store, and before you went in, you had to leave your cigarettes outside.
It's not a real bar. No, no big deal.
Is that movie still small?
She did when we were down there.
She did.
Both of them did.
No wonder she.
Well, I'd like to jump right there, boys.
I can't. Oh, this is the Empire State Building. Look, they look like ants. Cars look like little ants.
How high are you?
We're clear up on the, clear up on the top. Is it what, 120 stories? Well, it's not as tall as the Sears building. It's the tallest building in the world now. So it's out then, but I forget how many stories.
There's Chicago.
Where's Sears building?
There's towers in Chicago.
It's in Chicago. Now we're in Chinatown. Oh, this is fun.
Oh, wow.
This is Chinatown, and the people, you know, they like for you to take movies of them or pictures of them. Now, what's this young lady? She had her little baby in a cart and her little boy walking along beside of her, but there they are. No, this is just somebody else. Stand around and read the newspapers. There's a little kid, he stopped dead in his tracks when he saw me taking pictures.
Gonna be a movie star.
I suppose. This is the pagoda.
Yes, sirree.
Wait till you see the picture of the old drunk. We're down in the Bowery. Here's a guy selling stuff. Look at him. He's got all kinds of wiggly things out there, and he's sitting there selling them. This is the gift shop. Oh, we went into this thing. See that old Buddha in the window? We went into that. That's a store. That was a weird place. I didn't like it. I was glad to get out of there.
I don't like those Chinese shops. I think they're weird.
I don't like them. I think they're really weird. Here comes a Chinaman, and he's a barber or something. This is Society Chinatown or something. There goes an old man and his cane. There goes another old man walking. Here's this little gal and her two kids. See, she turns his head around so I can get a picture of him. Now here's the old drunk some guy, he came out of there, some guy kicked him out. And then his friend comes out and he said, just lay there, that's where you, there he is, just lay there, you just where you belong, in the gutter. And just then, as I was taking the movie, some little New York hood, you know, a little, he said, you taking a picture of that bomb? You taking a picture of that bomb? Oh, this is a Dutch vessel in it, Hudson Bay. It was anchored in there and being loaded with cargo.
Escargot?
No, not escargot, just cargo. Oh, this is down at Washington Square. Huh? There. This is just a pigeon. I didn't feed him. I didn't have anything to feed him. I guess Aunt Ruby's got something there, though. Looks like she is. This is the Wilson line. This is what we went down the Potomac in. We'll go and see Martha and George's home. There's Mount Vernon right now. That's where it goes. Oh, I thought the Potomac River would be pretty. It's real orangey color, the water is, from the old yellow clay. This is the Washington Bridge. They were just building it when we were there. It wasn't finished yet. Goes from, well, it goes someplace over in Virginia. I can't tell you. Forget. That was a pretty nice boat ride, though. Yeah, it kind of splashes up a little bit. This is a lighthouse out in the Hudson Bay, or Potomac River, along the side. The scenes was beautiful, except the water was so strange. Yeah, that looks like little Eddie Hodges, but it isn't. He's waving at me, see? I said, could you wave at me? And he started waving. Here we're getting off. There's where we anchored our boat, and then we walk up that way. This goes right up to where Martha and George lived. That's back in the back. You know, they didn't have any kitchens and houses then. They had a place out back where they did all the cooking and carried the food into the house. There's where they're buried. There's where Martha and George are buried, where those two flags are. This is a big wall around one side of it.
You're talking about Washington, right?
Uh-huh. And these are the little outhouses, see, that some of them are used for cooking and some of them for storage. And they're all well kept.
You mean while Martha and George were living?
Oh yes, oh yes. Yeah. But we went inside. We could see the beds, and they had quilts on them, you know.
That's not New York, is it, brother?
That's in Virginia. Just
Oh, you're in Virginia.
Yeah, we went down the Potomac River. But there's the house. That's the back end of it.
And New York, Virginia, close.
Are they really?
Oh yeah.
Not that
Yeah.
far.
But Potomac was down in Virginia.
Uh-huh. It didn't even seem too far. It didn't even seem too far. Now this is the back of the house. They even had flowers. Beautiful garden. Now come on, I want to see the front of the house. I forgot what it looks like. Anyhow, there it is. Ruby, sit down up there. There she comes down the hill. But that's where Martha and George lived, and we sat up there on their porch. Now pretty soon you'll see a scene of what they looked at all day. Can you imagine anybody living in it? These are the lights around the walkway to the Capitol. Or to the, yeah, Capitol. This is back in Washington. This is in Washington. Yeah, we went on the cruise from Washington. See, we went to Washington after we left New York.
Oh. How did you get there? Train?
On the train. We stopped on the way home. See, we just left New York, and when we got to Washington, we stopped. And I didn't want to stop at all. I wanted to go home. I just wanted to go home.
Who was president in 1960?
Nixon.
Mother, were you homesick?
Oh, I was so homesick, I didn't know what to do. And Ruby had been such a...
That long ago.
No, Nixon.
And I just said I never...
1960. 60? Roosevelt. No.
That's the first
No,
one.
that was 32. It must have been Nixon.
When was Kennedy assassinated?
Oh, that was
Oh, that was in 63, it's just before Amy was born.
Amy was born right after.
No, right after. Amy was born in October.
Vice President after. Yeah, that was before Kennedy.
That's right. Well, Kennedy was president in 63.
Nixon.
No.
Nixon was after Kennedy. Before Kennedy was,
Kennedy beat Nixon. Kennedy beat Nixon. They had that debate, and then,
And the following, a couple times later, Nixon won.
Nixon was president.
yes, well, he was president again. No, he was vice president.
Right.
Vice
He
president.
was,
Harry Truman was president in 60.
Yes, that may be right. Well, I can't argue with it because I don't remember that far back. I don't know how you do. Of course, you got a better memory than I have.
Yeah, I was only 5 years old.
Oh, here's old Neptune. Where are we at now?
Actually, 1960 would have been the election.
Oh, this is someplace in Washington. See, we saw the Library of Congress, and we saw the Mint.
They voted Kennedy and just 3 months later.
After what?
In July of 1960. Truman was president, and then Kennedy was voted into office just 3 months later, 2000 election year. 1960 was.
Nixon was Eisenhower's vice president. See? And then he tried for president, and Kennedy beat him. And then after that Kennedy got killed, he got in to be president.
Right. Right.
Oh, we're done.
So Eisenhower was president in 60, right? Or
Probably.